Hey our squad, welcome back to my channel. Whoop whoop, we got another video. So if you want to see how I got this voluptuous red orange, honestly it's like monochromatic hair, then just stay tuned and keep on watching and I'll give you all the details. So let's get into the hair company first. This hair company is HEYYYY and they are a hair company on AliExpress, and they sent me a closure, and this closure is a, I believe, 20-inch closure, and it's all black, and they sent me 4 bundles of ombre hair, and it is the Malaysian body wave. All the details will be in the description bar down below, so definitely look out for that. I love this because it's ombre already. What I do to start the bleaching process is I use the L'Oreal Quick Blue and I use 40 developer. When I'm mixing, I really don't measure, but I know that the consistency is what I'm looking for. I don't like it too watery, but I don't like it too thick, you know, this kind of thing. So I just mix those two together. This is pretty simple. You just mix it in a bowl and you get like a little brush. I bleach the closure first, and the reason why I do this, or I did this in this process, is because it needs a little bit more processing time because it doesn't have that ombre that the bundles do, and I wanted the color to be pretty even, but I didn't mind if the closure was a little dark but not too noticeably dark, if you understand what I mean. So I started off with the closure and I started with the bottom, and what I did is I let the bottom sit for like a couple of minutes, maybe 10 to 15 minutes, before I moved up to the rest of the closure. So I'm having a giveaway with HEYYYY, so all the giveaway details will be down below, but the giveaway is closing on Thursday, and guess what guys, it's an international giveaway, so that's really exciting. So if you're in Nigeria, no matter where you are, you can enter the giveaway. There's only free shipping to specific places, and as I said, all the details will be listed down below. Now I'm bleaching the midsection, and you can already see that the bottom section is getting lighter, so that's what I did. I also bleached the knots of the closure. I don't put it in here, however, it's just basically I put a thicker consistency of the bleach on the closure. For the actual bundles, I did the same thing as I did with the closure. I'm making sure that the bleach is well saturated. You don't want to do this if you don't have enough bleach. I actually had to go out and get me another bottle of developer because the developer actually ran out on me. So I used one whole bottle of 40 developer, the biggest kind, as you can see, and I used another one, maybe a quarter of the bottle. So with that being said, I'm just letting you guys know, if you have 4 bundles of hair like I do and a closure, you might need more developer in the ratio of the L'Oreal Quick Blue bucket that I'm using. So as you can see, I'm not really going all the way to the top because I had purple hair before, and I will insert the video right here of the purple hair I had, and I wanted to try it out and see how I would like the black roots. I used 3 bottles of the Adore Paprika dye and 1 bottle of the Intense Red. So I only used in this tutorial 2 bottles of the Paprika and not even up to half of the Intense Red. So the Intense Red was a color I didn't really use a lot of. And I put in conditioner. The reason why I use white conditioner is so that the color can show through. If you use any other color, you never know, it can mix in with it. So white is just like a good base. So as you can see, I'm adding more conditioner and more of the paprika. The major color I use for this hair is the paprika. I only used just a tiny bit, maybe a couple of drops of the intense red. And overall, when I was doing like the ending process, I put a whole bottle of paprika on it. So the intense red is kind of like the undertone. So sometimes it looks very orangey and sometimes it looks very red. I just wanna be part of your actually combed out my bundles, and the truth is, when I was bleaching this hair, this is the first time I've ever bleached hair and it's smoked. And I only bleached the bundles once and I bleached the closure twice. And the reason why I bleached the closure twice is because I needed it to be the color of the bundles. When I bleached the bundles, they definitely smoked and I had to take them out of the foil paper. And I've heard other people, this happen to other people, especially because, you know, sometimes you don't want to use foil because I guess foil is a conductor. I guess foil does something with the hair. I'm not really sure. I'm not a professional hair dyer, hair bleacher. There was smoke coming out of the foil. However, I just transferred it into a plastic bag instead. Bundles bleached pretty quickly, but the closure was a little slower when it was bleaching. I've been hearing symphonies before all I heard. So this is the final color I got. Oh my goodness, this color is so vibrant and I really liked it. So when I finished dyeing the hair and bleaching and processing, I made sure I conditioned it. So as you can see right now, it's looking very frizzy. But the reason why it's looking frizzy like this is because I haven't done anything as far as flat ironing it or anything like that. So I had to make sure that I flat ironed it. It took bleach and dye pretty well. It really even held curl pretty well, which I was very shocked. The amount of processing I put into it, the one bleach and even the closure being bleached twice and having color in it was crazy. So I actually let the color sit. I stopped my dye process around 12 and I let it sit till the next day around 8 a.m. So a couple of hours, so that the color could really enter the hair shafts and that color could really come out. So I just wanted to let you guys know that if you want this color, you definitely have to let the Adore dye sit in there. And that's also why I added conditioner, because when you don't add conditioner and you just add the Adore hair dye, sometimes I feel like it could damage the hair. Use my curling iron to curl the hair. Let me tell you guys how I got these curls. I made sure that I took my time. The hair took me almost 3 hours or 2 hours to curl the entire head of hair, because remember, I have 4 bundles of hair in here. I have a video on how I make wigs. It is right here. I'm going to insert it right here so you guys can see how I make my wigs. I make my wigs the same way. I have my curls pop in. I made sure I took it in small tiny sections, and here I'm just adding eyeshadow in the parts of the closure that the hair bleached by accident. So I just want to add that black so it covers that little blonde that showed through. Overall, I was very happy with this hair. It did have shedding. I'm not gonna lie, it had shedding. It had like at least like a handful of shedding. And I'm not sure if it's because I conditioned it. I'm not sure what it was, but it did hold the curl really well. If you guys have any other questions about the hair, please let me know in the description bar below. I would love to answer all your questions. I know this video was a little longer, but I wanted to make sure that you guys understood every single detail of this hair. I'm gonna just apply the wig. I use my Got to Be Glued. I let it get tacky, so I let it sit for a second, and then I apply my wig onto it, and I'm just putting it in the place where I need the closure to go on. So I'm just gonna apply the hair, and honestly I didn't really like the center part, and I'm glad I switched it to the side part. So now it has a side part. Can you see how juicy these curls are though? They're so juicy, and I love that the curl held so well. So now I'm just going to style, tease the hair, and voila, the finished product. Yeah, I'm glad that it came out this way. I hope you guys have a great week. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next tutorial. Stay safe out there, man. Bye.
be part